Now, Congress leader Digvijay Singh has once again sparked row with his controversial comments. The former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister has said that Savarkar, in his book, has written that Hindutva has no relation with Hindu religion. He further claims that Savarkar had written that cow cannot be our mother and that there is no problem with eating cow beef. In fact, the comment has raised a political storm now with the BJP calling this an attempt to malign Hindus. Digvijay Singh has courted controversy on occasions in the past as well by making contentious remarks. In November 2013, the Congress leader had said that he won't allow a Hindu version of Taliban to succeed, while a year later he claimed that the word Hindu does not figure in the Vedas. Clearly, the BJP looking at this as a way to target Hindus in the country.
स्वयं सावरकर की जी के बारे में बड़ा कहा जाता है भाजपा। उनकी खुद की किताब में उन्होंने लिखा है हिंदू धर्म का कोई हिंदुत्व के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं है। खुद उन्होंने लिखा है, उनकी किताब में साफ लिखा है कि हिंदू धर्म का हिंदुत्व से कोई नाता नहीं है। और यह भी लिखा है कि गाय जो है ऐसा पशु है जो खुद के मल में लोट लेती है, वो कहां से हमारी माता हो सकती है। और उसका गौमांस खाना में कोई खराबी नहीं है, ये सावरकर जी ने खुद ने कहा है।
हिंदू धर्म को कैसे बदनाम किया जा सकता, इस षड्यंत्र में 24 घंटे दिग्विजय सिंह जी लगे रहते हैं। कभी सावरकर जी के नाम से गलत टिप्पणी कोट करते हैं, कभी दूसरे महापुरुषों के नाम पर गलत टिप्पणी करते हैं, कभी किसी को राष्ट्र के नाम पर कहे उन्हें वो राष्ट्रभक्त नहीं थे ये कहते हैं। इनकी नज़रों में, दिग्विजय सिंह जी की नज़रों में आतंकवादी जी हैं, सम्मान है और देशद्रोहियों को बिरयानी खिलाने का इनकी दावत देने का इरादा है। और इसलिए ये मुसलमानों को उकसाना चाहते हैं कि अधिक से अधिक मुसलमान गौ माता की हत्या करें, जिससे हिंदू मुस्लिम दंगे हों और दिग्विजय सिंह की राजनीतिक रोटियां सेकना शुरू हो।
All right, let me quickly cut across to our panelist, Rajiv Pandey, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Rajiv, here is Digvijay Singh on a platform in Bhopal, a political platform where he speaks on Savarkar. He almost igniting this Savarkar politics here, which he knows very well is sensitive with the BJP. Speaks about Savarkar not being averse to consumption of beef. He says very clearly on that platform that Savarkar in his book itself never mentioned for the cow to be Mata, almost opposing what the BJP really speaks for. What, in your view, is Digvijay Singh trying to present?
You know, Digvijay Singh is a habitual offender on this count. I'll tell you one thing, debate is not that whether what Savarkar ji has stated about the cow and cow protection. The issue is why he's raking up all these issues. These things he is raising because he wants to divide the society for election purposes. Right now, elections are going to take place. So he is actually directly addressing those people. Look, we support cow slaughter. We have no faith in the rule of law. You know, in many states there is a law now about the cow protection and against the cow slaughter. So now finally we are in a constitutional democracy and we have to go as per the legal provisions. But he wants to create a constituency. He has failed in the past. He will fail tomorrow also. He will fail today also. I am saying one thing. He has talked other things also about the constitution will be changed and other things. I'll tell you one thing. Congress party has scrapped the constitution in 1975. Indira ji was there. If you see the president rule imposed by the Congress is massively they have destabilized other governments. BJP doesn't believe in all these things. We go for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Vikas, and we will go on our development plan. Congress is going on the divisive politics. That is their things. But people will, you know, you can recollect Nabila ji that when he was contesting election in 2019 in Bhopal, he talked like this. And finally, he lost massively. People rejected him. But he's a habitual offender. What to do?
He's made comments in the past. But speaking of Savarkar, which the BJP really endorses and has championed for several honors to be given to Savarkar, here is Savarkar himself in a biography, in fact, that was written by Purandare, Vaibhav Purandare, in his book, where he says very clearly that Savarkar held the view that cow is only a bullock's mother, and while there is no record of him eating it, he was never averse to eating beef. This is Vaibhav Purandare's...
Nabilaji, in your question only the answer lies. It is Mr. Vaibhav Purandare saying. It's not a matter of debate. Today, in this country, more than 100 crores Hindus are revering cow. They think that this is not good. What I'm trying to say, you have yourself replied, it is Vaibhav Purandare's statement. And I am saying this is not the debate today, that what Savarkarji talked about the cow protection. The issue is why he is raising this issue. Because he wants to divide between Hindus and Muslims. Because in some part of the country, there are some people who wanted to break the law. Then no, there is a cow protection law, we will break the law and we will do this. The law will take its own course. But
all right, let me bring in...
The larger question, Nabilaji, just one last line. Nabilaji, the larger question is this can be the plank of election at the electioneering time?
Well, but that seems almost like the flavor of the season, this election season. Polarization seems to be center stage from both parties. Let me cut this to Abbas. Syed Abbas, here is Digvijay Singh, out of the blue, at a political platform in Bhopal, speaks of Savarkar. Veer Savarkar, he says that... Savarkar himself said that there was no connection with Hindutva and Hinduism. He speaks of Savarkar and beef, on how Savarkar never condemned beef eating, that he almost in fact, he never was against consumption of beef. That's what Digvijay Singh says, when he knows very well that the beef issue itself is such a controversial, sensitive topic in India. Right ahead of polls, he makes a statement like this in Bhopal.
Truly think, it's absolutely understood, Nabilaji. The fact of the matter, we need to understand that Vaibhav Purandare, in his book, not just the book, he also, at the Bangalore Literature Festival here in my city of Bangalore in Karnataka, he made a statement that killing of a cow, only if you wish to have a spite against Hindus, then it is wrong. But if you wish to kill a cow to eat, then it is okay. Vaibhav Purandare, not just him, many of the expert scholars such as Vikram Sampath, and Vaibhav himself have many a times called out that Savarkar, basically in all his facets, he did come out and say that this binary of Hindu-Muslim, which we time and again see, not just that. If you understand when it comes to only beef eating, the fact of the matter, Savarkar's stance kept changing. And Purandare in his book and his oral mention says that the only thing constant with Savarkar was his change of stand. Also, as a matter of fact, now we see BJP lionizing, from demonizing Savarkar to lionizing him. He was not a freedom struggler. That is a known fact. He's somebody who wrote mercy petitions. So therefore, Digvijay Singh is absolutely right when he brings him. He also mentioned, I have a mercy petition. I can also tag India Today.
But Abbas, let's not forget that Savarkar is being invoked because he's contributed as much to the freedom struggle as well. At the same time, he's done as much for the country. He's an activist, a revered activist. He may not have been glorified the way the other leaders have been, but he has done enough.
Allow me to complete my point, please. Allow me to complete my point, please. Thank you. The fact of the matter, he mentions that he remains a loyal servant to the British Empire. How can you call him a freedom struggler? Bhagat Singh was somebody who fought for this land. Bhagat Singh was an activist. Bhagat Singh was a revolutionary. But if you compare a Savarkar who made mercy petitions, how can he be even a freedom struggler? And the fact of the matter that he consumed beef. Rajiv Panditji, I'm done.
Aside of the points that you're making, Congress leader Digvijay Singh itself reveres Savarkar. He says Savarkar itself, the great Savarkar, never spoke about never spoke about beef consumption, or rather was not opposed to beef consumption. Why is, if you don't believe that Savarkar was a great personality during the freedom struggle, then why is the Congress's Digvijay Singh speaking about Savarkar at this time? Does he hope to get brownie points politically?
Absolutely. Why shouldn't Digvijay Singh come out and state the fact? Here we need to understand this is the fact that he's presenting. He's not just saying a flimsy dialogue, but he's also has the sources. He's written He's commenting from books which have been written by Vaibhav Purandare. He's written by sources who have spoken about it. And
why
respectively, political
Savarkar?
parties,
My
if they
point
wish
is,
to
of
become...
course, you're not officially a Congress spokesperson, but why do you think Digvijay Singh invoked Savarkar here?
Why shouldn't he? When a party, the ruling dispensation, times again and comes out and lionizes the fact, why shouldn't he bring out the fact, the truth? Digvijay Singh, in all his right and his might, must it be given the freedom of expression and speech that he practices, and as a leader to come out and give the fact to the people of India. And Digvijay Singh ji is absolutely right in doing this, because हकीकत छुप नहीं सकती, छुपाने से महक नहीं उठ सकती कागज के फूलों से.
Right. Rajiv, why shouldn't he? He has the right to comment. He has the freedom to speech. And he said what he said because you have glorified and spoken of Savarkar, even in recent times, have really championed for several honors for Savarkar recently. So why shouldn't Digvijay Singh bring up a point from history?
Nabila ji, everybody has right to bring anything and discuss anything. We are living in a democracy and a constitutional democracy, unlike emergency which Indra ji imposed. But I wish to say two things. You know, whatever, if he is following Savarkar's everything, then he should follow that Janmbhumi and Punya Bhumi theory also. Can he say this, that I support that even Janmbhumi and Punya Bhumi theory? Then everything will be over. That is first point. Second point, for some part we will accept Savarkar ji, another part we will not accept Savarkar ji. I am saying, few days back I was in Andaman and tried to search the name of the Congress leaders. 50 years was the time, declared, and he was convicted for 50 years, double life. And he has spent 11 years where no Congress leader cannot even spend 24 hours. So let's not debate that. Who was Savarkar?
No, precisely
today,
why?
Savarkar
Because
is gone in this
you
country.
feel so sentimental about Savarkar. Precisely why it appears that Digvijay has evoked Savarkar's name itself, saying that what Savarkar itself has propagated is not followed by the BJP or the RSS.
What I am saying, Nabila ji, Savarkar is followed by the people of this country like God. He's like demigod. People respect him, people follow his advice, people will take up his advice. But what I am trying to say, just taking one line and by some quoting some writer or other writer doesn't make any difference. I am only telling that these kind of things, that he did so much work that till today Congress party is unable to digest that we did not give him the true place in the history. Only the BJP government put him in the central hall of the parliament. BJP government is revering, and BJP government will try to emulate many of his teachings. Why Congress party is worried, I'll tell you. Congress party is worried if the leaders, the Savarkar, Guru Golwalkar, Hedgewar, and many people, Tilak, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, if we start following, then they will become irrelevant. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The issue is the real leaders were kept under the carpet, and the fake narratives were created. Now the real leaders of the real freedom strugglers are coming outside, so they are worried. Whether it is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, whether it is Veer Savarkar, whether it is any other person. I am saying everybody has contributed. Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, but only one family. He is a member of a private limited party. Sonia Gandhi private limited. There is a party in this country. Digvijay Singh is trying to...
according to Savarkar, Hinduism has no links with Hindutva. We know that he is a Hindutva ideologue.
Allow me to
Can I just comment on this point?
Nabila ji, allow me to answer.
Let Abbas go on. I'll come back to you, Mr. Rajiv. What do you think, Abbas, when Digvijay Singh says that Savarkar himself never associated Hindutva with Hinduism?
Allow me, the first and foremost, my dear friend Rajiv Pandey, I've known him for a while now, and let me tell you, we celebrate Hinduism and we respect and salute them for the fact that it is a beautiful religion, it's a way of culture, it's a way of living, and we appreciate that highly. The only fact of the matter here is that the difference between Hinduism and Hindutva is that Hindutva wants only the land of India for the Hindus. That is absolutely not. Hinduism is more way of living which says Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, everybody coming together. Now the BJP does not have any leaders of its own. So therefore they are trying to create leaders. They know because Hedgewar, Golwalkar, Savarkar were not the leaders that look forward to because they spoke for, a different land for the Muslims and a different land for the Hindus. This is not the fabric of India. India in its constitution says we are a sovereign, socialist, secular republic. And this republic, which means secular, where religion, there is no religion of a country. We all celebrate religion and we protect the rights of religion. So therefore, I think the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to understand. It needs to does not need to create its own leaders. It just needs to subside, and it just needs to come ahead and glorify the leaders which have been present. And also, if you saw, this is the same BJP party which has given a ticket to Pragya Singh Thakur in the MP, who has said Nathuram Godse Zindabad, and who does that? Nobody does that. Also, this is the same party where Modi ji was quiet, saying "Maaf nahi karunga." Why didn't they take an action
Abbas,
against Pragya
here,
Singh
don't
Thakur?
you think that evoking Savarkar here at this point in time, at such a crucial stage of the elections, is inevitably helping the BJP? Congress bringing up beef, speaking of consumption of beef, this is almost a self-goal, knowing the sentiment of the country today.
Not. I completely disagree on that front, because what you may ask, why is he bringing out now at the Jang Jagran Manch that he came out, Digvijay Singh ji, he has in his every right and might to bring out and expose the mirror and give the reality to the Bharatiya Janata Party and speak to them what they understand. Also, if you saw, when Nathuram Godse was sentenced to death, it was also understood that Savarkar was one of the gurus of, who do we see here, of Nathuram Godse, and this same guru coming out in the front later.
I mean, time and again he's talking about this.
Later he was acquitted of the charges. That is what we need to understand.
Well, Mr. Rajiv, here is the political analyst there, of course, speaking in favor of Digvijay Singh and what he has said, saying why not, why shouldn't he speak? Maybe this is the language that the BJP understands.
Today, Abbas is saying that even the division of the country also taken place because of the leaders whose name I have taken. But he has exonerated Jinnah, the mass murderer. The mass murderer in 1947. He's supporting Jinnah on your channel. He has exonerated the Congress leadership who accepted the bifurcation of this country, division of this country. This Punya Bhumi was divided because of the lust of leaders, mainly Jinnah and Congress party. But he is saying, no, even Veer Savarkar was responsible for that. RSS was responsible for that. I am unable to understand. Where are you heading, sir? Where are you heading? Can you tell at that time RSS was not that powerful? RSS is formed in 1925. It was Congress party who created in this country the separate electorate, that Muslims will vote only for Muslim leaders. It is Baba Sahib Ambedkar who said separate electorate will not be there. Congress party did so. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Patel. Now you will say, okay, we are appropriating. Yes, we are appropriating. We are appropriating anybody who was a nationalist.
Rajiv, stay with us. I'll wrap with Abbas here as we're short on time. Abbas, a final word as I come to an end.
Yeah. The final point is, he spoke of the RSS in the year 1925. Okay, Rajiv ji, 1925, I agree with you, RSS was constituted in the 1925. But can you tell me, sir, after how many years did you raise the Indian flag? Sir, in all your headquarters or any of your shakhas, you never raise the Indian flag.
Mr. Abbas,
so Indian
changing
Constitution,
no.
All right.
I am saying, in 1947...
This is a question asked many a times and answered many a times. On that note, Digvijay Singh there at a political platform almost kicks up a storm while speaking of beef consumption, saying the Hindutva ideologue was never opposed to eating beef. Clearly, BJP hitting back. We're going to continue following that up on India Today, but for now, it's a wrap from this edition of The Bulletin. For further news and updates, you could log on to indiatoday.in. You could also download our app for more. Thank you for watching.